Welcome back, fellow wolves, light guardians, shifters. Thank you so much for joining in for another live broadcasted episode of Waking Up with Wolf. This is where we join together as a team to be able to start our days off with some heartfelt intention, to be able to hang out together as community, to be able to get ourselves ready for the adventures ahead of us, and just be able to share some heartfelt wisdom within this moment. So before we get into this, for those of you who are new, if it's your first time joining, feel free to drop a 333 in the chat. If you're on TikTok, you can join in, or Instagram, you guys can join in on YouTube. All you gotta do is click the link in my profile, and that's where you can jump over to the YouTube there. After this broadcast at 10 a.m. EDT, we're opening up the Zoom room for our very special Light Guardian Global Team Meditation. So if you guys would like to be able to join in for that, join into our Discord server, and you can click the link through my profile, through my beacons, as well as in the info for the YouTube down below. So we're gonna get right into just me sharing some heartfelt wisdom, like I said, and then we'll do a little bit of an oracle reading, just be able to check in with the collective weather, and just inviting everybody here in the YouTube chat. Please feel free to just say good morning, share some blessings, and thank you again, everyone, for just hanging out with us here together as a team. So checking in with my heart again, as we do these Waking Up with Wolf broadcasts, this is an opportunity for me to just be able to ask the question of what is needed for today, what message might serve the collective. And oftentimes I think it's easy for us to be able to think that like the message has to be like something grandiose and elaborate and something that was like said by a philosopher 1,000 years ago. But I think one of the most powerful and empowering things that we need to be reminded of is just the importance of kindness. And I mean this in a very, very important way right now, because I think it's important for us to be able to acknowledge and empathize and understand that there are like many people, not only across the world right now, but even within our own community, who are going through their own challenges, who are going through their own struggles. And so for everybody here, I want you to really just be able to move through your day with an awareness of more kindness. And how can you bring that kindness into your everyday actions? And it doesn't even have to be something that is immediately expressed through your interactions with another person, but literally your kindness can just be something of being aware of what other people are going through and holding space for it within your heart, kind of like visualizing. And we'll incorporate this into today's actual global team meditation, kind of like visualizing almost like this warming light, like some sort of like light that you can just kind of like imagine wrapping everybody in a nice blanket with. And I know that may sound like a little airy fairy and silly and everything right now, but again, when we at least incorporate that vision within our mind of like this idea of like, for all the people out there, you just kind of want to like be able to like hold them in this warm blanket of love and of light. What that's also doing, it's also like activating the story within your own mind that brings awareness of their circumstances into your heart. And then that in turn allows you to just be able to deepen into the question of what is needed and how you can continue to show up for each other in the community as well. Because I think one of the things that we commonly do as humans is that each and every single one of us, we have our own things that we're dealing with, and that's totally understandable. But I think we have this natural defense mechanism to kind of like make our world small, make our world really small, but to the point where we actually kind of like fail to acknowledge what other people are going through. And the fact is that we as humans, we as individuals, we as community, we need each other. Like, we literally need each other. So there are going to be circumstances where there are going to be people within your life, people within your community who are going to need help, who are going to need a helping hand, who may reach out to you. And also, what's equally as important are the moments when people may be going through things, but they don't reach out to you. And can we cultivate a degree of awareness where, we might catch wind of something that may be happening within someone's life and they never even told you anything about it? It's kind of like this idea. It's like each and every single one of us is like fighting a million battles, but we usually don't tell each other about it. We usually don't communicate it. And not to say that we have to communicate it, because there are some things that are very personal and are very private. But again, at the same time, can we be aware and kind to the point where we can even just begin to kind of like feel into the field of just being able to like notice when someone may need a little bit of extra love? And it might not be something where you're like literally like, you know, asking them a million questions, be like, oh, like what's wrong, like, oh, you seem a little off, like what's wrong, like don't like I think whenever we're communicating our kindness, we want to be very gentle and not unintentionally even just kind of like communicating in a way where you may be kind of like, you know, putting them in a situation where they almost have to kind of like divulge things that they don't even want to divulge. Like, have you ever had that circumstance where, I'm sure we've all been in this situation where we might be going through a hard time, and then, you know, someone's just like, would just literally just ask a question from the kindness of their heart, and they're just like, oh, like, you know, like how are you doing, like oh, how's things going and stuff like that. And then what do we usually do? We're usually just like, oh yeah, like it's okay, you know. And we don't actually give like a proper genuine answer, because if our genuine answer, you know, were to be like shared in that moment, it might bring us into this deep space of vulnerability, and it might not be a space that we feel comfortable stepping into and everything like that. So again, you know, even if you're reaching out to someone, it's okay for you to even just be able to send a message and just be like, hey, I just want to let you know that I really appreciate you, and I'm sending you a lot of love right now. And if you ever want to talk, if you ever want to reach out, feel free to do so. You know, like I think there's an important kind of like way in which we communicate our kindness, where we're giving people the invitation to come to us, opposed to kind of like impeding. And I know we're not doing this in a way that we're trying to be like where it tries to make it uncomfortable for the other person. Again, it usually does. It's just our language. It usually comes from just a place of like not fully being taught how to communicate as best as we can, so to speak. But again, you know, instead of just being like, oh, like how's things going, like what's up these days, again, and there's a time and a place for that. But maybe next time, if you just kind of, for if you even just feel something within your heart, you may not even like literally know what someone else is going through, but even for today, I encourage each and every single one of you today to maybe reach out to 3 people and to just send them a message and to just say like, hey, I really appreciate you. If you ever want to chat about anything about life, feel free to reach out. Give them that option to reach out, opposed to you reaching in. And really respect people's kind of like vulnerability and that bubble that we tend to keep for ourselves, where it's just like, I got a lot of stuff I'm dealing with, there's a lot of things happening in my life right now, stay out of my bubble unless I let you in it, sort of thing. So we have to still continue to respect each other's bubbles, respect each other's privacy, you know, develop like this form of like energetic consent, where we're checking in with someone, be like, hey, like, do you want me to feel into what it is that you're experiencing? Would you like to share? Would you like me to help carry some of what you're carrying? Is there a way I can assist with a form of catharsis? Is there a way that maybe you talking to me might help you? That's really what we're communicating. So I think, again, you know, for everybody here, I just remind you to really bring it back to the heart today, and to really practice being kind, and to really reflect on what kindness is. You know, what is kindness? You know, we think about this idea of kindness, like the word kindness, and I'll get right into a tarot reading in the next section. It'll be interesting to see what the tarot card says for today, or the oracle card. What is kindness, right? When you think of the word kindness, I was thinking about this morning. It's just like kindness, like that's a weird. Why that word? Where, like, what's actually happening there? But we think of kindness, we think of like humankind, mankind, womankind, you know, a collective. And so when we think of kindness, what we're really talking about there is the ability to be able to feel into something that is the same as you, and to empathize. And so again, you know, this concept of empathy, I like to even think of it as something that there's layers to empathy, and there's empathy, and then there's also telepathy. And this is kind of where a lot of us who are empaths and energy workers and light guardians, we feel into this collective. And we can feel into the collective both, you know, on a global scale and on a micro scale within our immediate communities. But ultimately, it is kind of like this idea of being able to see someone, and your kindness is this ability to be able to understand that, oh, like, you're human, I'm human, and we're all going through stuff. And I relate to that. And I've gone through stuff. And I know that there may be stuff that you're going through that you're not telling me about. And so in this circumstance, one of the most important things we can do is literally, I know this sounds weird, but especially in today's day and age, like literally assume that everyone is going through something hard. Literally, because quite frankly, we all are. And that's why we need to work together. And that's why we need to be here for each other more than ever. You think about the way and how the world's kind of unfolding right now and everything like this. It's scary. It's concerning. But at the same time, you know, like within this bleakness, there's the opportunity to be able to find hope, to be able to create hope, to be able to create light. And so this happens through our connection, through our community. And so this is all the more reason for us to be able to have meaningful interactions such as this, such as the many events that we do through our community on a regular basis. Like we do these events, not just because it's just like, hey, it's fun to talk about this stuff, but it's like we're doing it because we're building a heartbeat and we're building a routine with community where we get to check in and we get to spend time together. And it's in that disconnection, that's when things get very hard. So when you have somewhere that you can come back to, when you have an event that you can return to, when you have a community that you can be a part of, even if you've been gone, like this is one of the beautiful things about Paradigm Shift. A lot of you can even speak to this. You could literally be gone for like weeks or months, and then you could still come back to Paradigm Shift and get right involved again with an event. And you know, we're just like, it's good to see you again. And we don't have to say like, oh, where you been? You know, why were you gone? It's just like, welcome back. You know, like you're here. The family is here for you, you know, and this is really what Paradigm Shift is about. You know, it's creating a model of a way in which we can continue to serve each other. And it's not always going to be something where it's like literally, you know, always just showing up and just like getting super, super deep. But sometimes, you know, like the things that we can do is to be able to create experiences that can give us a chance to focus our attention elsewhere. Like honestly, one of the most powerful things when someone is going through a hard time, one of the most powerful things that we can do, not the most, one of the most powerful things that we can do is to give them something to get their mind off of it, to give them something to put their mind on something else, even just for an hour, even just for 2 hours, you know. And so if we can create an experience where it's like us hanging out as a community and having fun and chit-chatting and talking and just dancing and making jokes and everything like that, like do not underestimate how incredibly powerful that is. You know, like it changes lives. It literally changes lives. And so again, you know, what we do here through the Paradigm Shift community, it's a nexus for events and communities and creators and leaders and all of us coming together. And we're here to be able to figure it out as we go and to be able to demonstrate a heartbeat and a pattern and a way to learn how to take care of each other. Quite literally, to learn how to take care of each other and to show kindness through that connection of empathy and understanding, you know, what it means to be of the same kind. And that means to understand that, yeah, we're all going through things, and yet we are going through things. We're going through things together. And that's the important message here. So let's keep going through things together. So, you know, one of the most powerful things that I talk about within Paradigm Shift and this idea of like being a wolf pack and things like that, you know, it's like the strength of the wolf is the strength of the pack. The strength of the pack is the strength of the wolf. You know, it's that type of idea. Like, let my courage be your courage. Let your courage be my courage. You know, let our collective momentum as a community be your collective momentum as a community, right? So it's like you tap into the empathy of the strength of the community. Like, that's the thing. Like, empathy, we usually think of empathy as being something where it's like, oh, like you tap into empathy and you feel someone's sadness. But what if you tap into empathy to feel someone's strength? That's powerful. We don't really talk about that. Like, that's like an interesting thing. So it's like, use your empathy to be able to tap into the strength of the Paradigm Shift community, to any of the other communities, to your other networks and everything like that, and really allow that to be something that you can bring into your heart in a very, very powerful and transformational way. So encouraging you to be kind. Like I said, maybe just reach out to a few people today. Just tell them you appreciate them. Invite them to reach out to you. Maybe you guys can have a phone chat sometime. And yeah, just continue to ripple that. And that will go further than we even know. Ripples create waves, as we always say. If this resonates with you, go ahead and drop an 1111 in the chat. And thank you again, everyone, for just holding space. Let's get right into a quick tarot reading so we can keep on time here. And we'll see what the schedule is for next week. I'll let you guys know. This week has been kind of like a test week. I've been testing out a lot of things, testing out broadcasts, testing out routines. Whether or not the Waking Up with Wolf continues next week, stay tuned. I know you guys enjoy this. It's a good practice for me. It may not be every day. is what I'm saying. So I do enjoy doing it, but whether or not it's every day to be determined. But we've done it every day this week. We committed to it, and it's been a wonderful journey. And we got lots of other upgrades and things happening within the Paradigm Shift community. So if you're new here and what we've said has been resonating with you, the best thing you can do is connect to our Discord server and stay tuned there for events and updates. Get involved. Again, even for today, you're welcome to join the Zoom event after this for our inspirational team meditation. This will actually be broadcasting on YouTube as well. So the team meditation, I'll broadcast that on YouTube at the same time. Again, we're kind of experimenting. And yeah, feel free to connect. And again, there's the Patreon. You can connect there as a leading member and all that stuff. So let's read into today's reading. So show us what we need to see. Let's draw a quick card here. We only got just a few minutes. I might go a little bit past 10 just to be able to make sure that we get the reading in. So we'll flex time around. Happy to see those 11-11s. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. So let's take a moment here. Show us what we need to see. Take a moment here to breathe with me if you wish. This is for the collective. Show us what we need to see. For everybody here, this message is for you. Wizard noises, wizard noises. Pew, pew, pew. All right. Okay. This seems like an appropriate card. Wait, did we already have this one the other day? No, we didn't. No, okay. All right, so today's card that we pulled is card number 36, Reassurance of the Golden Light. Let me open this up real quick and we'll get right into reading it, and then we'll just do a little bit of a breath meditation, and then we'll wrap it up. So thank you again, everyone. So, all right. Number 36, Reassurance of the Golden Light. If you're here, this card is for you. This message is for you. The golden light comes to you as a gift of grace and reassurance. It is an embrace from the universe, an expression of divine comfort, and a sign of hope. When the golden light appears, it is a sign that everything in your life, even the most troubling matters, is going to work out perfectly. They are held in the graceful hand of the divine, and will be resolved more swiftly and beautifully than you might expect. The golden light is a very real phenomenon. Although you may only perceive it when you are particularly relaxed and your clairvoyance is already developed. However, whether you see it physically or not, it is real and powerful. You could see it clairvoyantly. It would look similar to the golden rays of a setting sun. The same warm, loving glow is cast over your heart and mind when the golden light is shining upon you. So you can kind of like visualize this light we were talking about even earlier. So if you are in a room when it comes upon you, you will wonder if a light has been switched, as the glow is as noticeable as a lamp had been placed in the room and its warmth illuminating the space. In truth, grace and divine assistance are always there for the asking. But there are times when we are in need of extra support. During such times, ironically enough, we can forget to ask for help. Perhaps you are struggling with a particularly difficult time in an initiation or a challenge. Choice lies before you. Or maybe you have taken a leap and just need to know that you are doing the right thing, and somehow, even though you don't feel in control of what is happening, it is going to work out. Again, it's funny how like I talk about those things, then we draw the card, and then the card's like talking about what I talk about. If you have ever had any questions about whether time is an Mobius strip, let this broadcast be an example that it is. So when the golden light is given to you, it is freely done so as a gift from the heart of the universe. It is letting you know that you are a child of the universe. You are dearly loved. It is reminding you that on the path, the struggle to continue with trust, patience, faith, and courage can seem almost overwhelming. However, the universe is with you, supporting, loving, and believing in you with every step of the way. You are not alone. You are never forgotten. You are always loved and encouraged to take your journey. You are reminded that the universe is smiling upon you. There are times when you call upon the golden light because you know that you are in need of the loving consciousness, and it is appropriate that you do this. You can use the invocation below. There's an invocation. There are times, however, when you will just feel, sense, see, or know that the golden light is being given to you as a spiritual gift from the universe. Such in the case, now, as you have been drawn to this oracle, you are being asked to feel peace. Trust. Know that everything is working out perfectly and you don't have to worry, even though you don't know why you should possibly feel that way. The golden light is wisdom and love. It knows, and sometimes that's all you need to know in order to be at peace. Invocation. I call upon the reassurance of the golden light, the comfort of the divine spirit, and the loving grace of the universe. Thank you for being with me now, for bringing me peace and reassurance even in my darkest moments. Thank you for sharing a special trust with me that you love and hold and cherish and assist me with always. I love you. Thank you for loving me too. May the golden light heal all beings of fear and doubt, gently bestowing mercy, compassion, and loving reassurance of the divine presence into the heart of all. Through the divine grace of my own free will, so be it. So, card number 36, Reassurance of the Golden Light. Very, very powerful image there. So, beautiful team. All right, we're going to get close to just wrapping it up. Again, I think that card really just hits upon a lot of the things that we were talking about. And again, just kind of like inviting in this visual image of really just as like this like higher dimensional energy that is with us at all times, that is supporting us at all times. And so again, you know, even in those moments where things may feel uncertain and unpredictable and everything like that, you like this I'll end it with this message. This message is so important. I've said this many times before, but I'll say it again, and then we'll just do a quick little close out, and then we'll get ready for our Zoom inspirational team broadcast and meditation, team global meditation. Right now, you are loved by the universe right now, the exact same amount that you have always been loved by the universe. So just take a moment to really be able to feel that. The amount of love that the universe has for you right now is the exact same amount of love that the universe has always had for you and always will have for you. That amount is a lot. It's like insurmountable. But really just feel into that. In those moments where you're like, things are feeling great and things are feeling awesome, you're like, oh, I can feel the love of the universe and stuff like that. That same love is still there for you right now. So really just feel into that. And if you need to, again, you know, maybe just a few breaths just to bring it back to the heart and really just kind of feel this visualization of this light, and even just kind of like wrapping yourself in like this golden light blanket. And then again, just kind of like rippling that out into the world around you. And allowing yourself to kind of like share that visualization of just everyone just kind of being like surrounded in this comforting, nurturing, beautiful light. And again, the light is like the symbol, the connection, the source, whatever it is to you. It's something very, very personal. So if that resonated with you, go ahead, drop some 1111s in the chat. Please feel free to leave any comments of gratitude. Let's just take a moment here to just really be able to just do a quick little heart breath meditation. So just inviting everyone to really just feel into this moment. So when you're ready, just go ahead. Feel free to close your eyes if you're able to. We'll just take a few moments here. Just allow yourself to close your eyes. Just take some breaths. Nice soft exhales. Just take a moment here to even just visualize this like beautiful golden light. Just imagine like the angels around you, just kind of like bringing it onto you, almost like a cloak, just like a blanket, as if, you know, as if you were just like wrapping up a friend or a child in a warm blanket. Like imagine the universe is just doing that now. Maybe just give yourself a nice gentle hug right now. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And just conclude it with a couple I am statements. You can just say something along the lines of like, I am deeply loved. I am deeply supported. Something along those lines that's true to your heart in this moment, that reminds you of just like the immense amount of love that the universe has for you right now. Beautiful. Gently, you can put your hands back on your chest. Just take another breath here. Nice big exhale, bit of a sigh. Maybe add a soft smile to your face. And slowly from here, when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. Do a little bit of shake if you need to. Beautiful. All right, team. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. The fun doesn't stop here. For those of you who are tuned in live, you're welcome to be able to stick around for our Light Guardian Global Team Meditation. The live broadcast for that will start on my YouTube channel in probably about 10 minutes, give or take, once we get everyone set up in the Zoom room. And for those of you in the YouTube right now, if you guys want to join in for the Zoom room for our Inspirational Global Team Meditation, see each other face to face, hang out, we'll do some ecstatic dance at the end. Again, that's like our big meditation that we do every Friday. So looking forward to being able to do that. And if you guys are joining in for the meditation after this, do me a favor, drop a 777 in the chat. And again, if you guys want to not only connect with me further, but also help support what it is that we're creating here in the community, check out all the stuff in my beacons and the info for the YouTube. You can find individual sessions that you can book with me one-on-one, such as Team Tarot, such as Inspirational Tarot, Dream Discussion, Custom Meditation. Honestly, I was thinking of like literally even just like opening up my availability for like a time slot where it's literally just like hang out with me for an hour and we can just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Like it can literally just be like hanging out with me for an hour and we can just talk and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, let me know. If you guys like really just curious if anybody would be interested in booking a one-on-one session with me for whatever reason, drop a 555 in the chat. Go ahead. Like I'm literally just gauging. I'm curious. Like it's like, do you guys want to do that? Because I know there would be some people who'd be like, yeah, no, I'd love to just like hang out and chat and make it worth your while as well, and just give you a chance to be able to share things that you're passionate about. And I'd love to be able to do that. And again, if you guys want to also be able to connect further with the team, one of the best ways to do that, in addition to simply connecting to our Discord server, is to check out the Patreon, learn about becoming a leading member. We still got a few updates that are in the works right now for the team, but we got a lot of cool stuff happening next week, including our Conscious Creator meet and greet on Wednesday at 9 p.m. EDT. So if you guys are looking to be able to join in for that, that will be free to join, and all you have to do is connect into our Discord server. So again, if you're interested in any of my custom sessions, just go through my beacons. You could book one for something, and then you can just like tell me what you want it actually for. And yeah, let's get ready for our Zoom thing. Thank you guys again for hanging out. It's been such a joy being able to do this. I'll keep you guys updated. I think I'll be doing another one of these Monday morning, and then we'll figure out the routine. I'm still going to meditate on a little bit, but nonetheless, we got lots of awesome stuff, exclusive events for leading members. So definitely check out joining the Patreon if that's something you're interested in. And nonetheless, be sure to connect to the Discord just so you can get connected with all the other awesome things happening in the community, such as community events and content by our leading members there as well. So thank you guys as always. Wrapping up this broadcast, opening up the Zoom room in a second. Zoom room's in the Discord channel. So for all of you who are here, I will see you over in the Zoom room, and let's get ourselves ready for our Inspirational Light Guardian Global Team Meditation. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And for those of you who are joining, I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes. So, all right. Thanks again, everyone. And yeah, thank you for being kind to yourself and to others. So it makes a difference. All right. Shifters unite. Beautiful. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Much love. Links are in the info, and I'll see you guys there.